Quarantine Vibes with Creole Barbie.
10, 9.
What is up, YouTube? It is your girl Creole Barbie, and I'm back with another video. If it's your first time visiting my channel, welcome. Don't forget to like, comment below, but most of all, subscribe to my channel in order to be part of the hottest movement that is definitely around. It's the Barbie gang. If it's your first time visiting, I'm a current USPS employee. I work as a clerk in letter automation. What I do here on my channel is I make tons of videos pertaining to USPS, how to apply with the Postal Service, what to expect within your 90 days, how to read your paycheck stubs, and more. So be sure to check out my USPS playlist, where I give you a great deal of insight on what to expect when joining the Postal Service. So without further ado, you guys know that I'm in quarantine vibe right now. If it's your first time watching my channel, then you might not know, but I caught COVID. Oh my goodness, I caught COVID. I'm finally getting through it. I'm feeling a lot better. So what better way than to not celebrate? Definitely not a celebration. But what better way than to help me get through my quarantine experience by hanging out with your girl Creole. So before we get into the video, I love full viewer interaction, and I do check my analytics for my channel quite frequently. I'm going to drop a secret code word in my video. Be sure to be looking out for it, okay? If you find it, be sure to comment in the comment section below. Secret code word for the day. Right now, I'm going to get into my topic, what it is that I want to share with you guys, because a lot of people are coming in at the post office, and lately I really hadn't touched too much on about PSEs. Now, if you have any questions about postal support employee, what is it? How much do you guys make? What type of hours are you guys going to be working? What kind of schedule will you have? Refer back to some of my old videos where I made tons of videos talking about PSEs and how to survive your 90 days. First start. One thing I want to talk to you guys about is overtime for PSEs. It's very important, and the reason why I say it's important is because when I was a PSC, I felt like our supervisors tried to get over on us. And what do I mean by this? A backstory here. When I was a PSC, we had to do the election. We were doing a lot of political mail, Hillary versus Trump. We did a lot of political mail, you guys. Tons and tons of political mail. It was from the presidential election all the way down to smaller elections that we were doing that year. One thing that I will never forget is that when the election came, our plant ran it as if it was a holiday season. They said basically there's no cap on your overtime, and typically for clerks we have a 20-hour cap. They gave us a limited overtime. That's how they do the mail handlers. Now, the only downside about that was we were no longer getting penalty pay. One thing that I can say that I will never forget, our supervisor tried to have PSCs working 7 days a week. So she called us to work 11.5 hours. You guys following me? Working a 6-day, and not only that, she had us trying to work a 7-day. Mind you, PSCs were upset. We were like, what? Always working all these hours. We're already working 11.5 hours a day. You call a 7-day? And at that time, we were definitely working 6 days. We, as PSCs, we went to see our union steward. Now, the union steward tried to say, oh, well, I'm sorry, you guys, there's nothing we can do. They are allowed to have you guys working this amount of hours. So at this point, we feeling helpless. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just do what I can. I'm going to work my 11.5 hours. I'm going to work my 6 day. But baby, if that 7-day come around and your girl can't do it, guess what? I'm not going to do it. I feel like what happened was a lot of us actually rallied together as PSCs, and we were like, we got to get answers, because the shop stores right now are definitely not giving us the answers we need. And we really need to know, is this something that really applies or not? Can they make us work 7 days a week? So what we found out was we actually talked with one of the directors of the union, and she put out this poster board. I want to say the next day she was on it, And this is something that she had put in for PSEs to know about the overtime. Now, this is specifically for PSEs only, and the PSEs overtime and the work hours. So this is what the letter says. I'm going to post this letter up right here just so you guys can see it as well. So this is what it says. It says PSEs can only work up to 11.5 hours, okay, each day, but no more than 60 hours in a week. Meaning, after 5 days at 11.5 hours, the PSE is at 57.5 hours because of the 4-hour work guarantee. PSEs should not be brought into work beyond 60 hours a week. The week begins Saturday and it ends Friday. The PSE should not be forced in for a 6-day if worked 5 days at 11.5 hours. After 11.5 hours at 5 days, PSEs are 2.5 hours away from the 60-hour 4-hour guarantee would exceed the 60-hour limitation on a 6-day. If worked, the PSE should be sent home after 2.5 hours and paid for a 4-hour day. So basically they're saying is that if you already are about to max out on that last day, they have to send you home after 2.5 hours, and they pay you for a 4-hour day when they do that. So back then, a lot of PSEs were going home because they were almost about to max out on that last day. Now, another thing it says about the 7th day. Now, pay attention to this, you guys, because the reason why I say this is because y'all might get swindled in, and you need to know your right. You need to know everything that is in store for you, okay? Because we're about to be approaching a lot of political mail. Following political mail will be approaching the holiday season, okay, you guys? So this is what they have to say about the 7 work days, okay? About working 7 days a week. That's something that I even experienced as a PSE. And it says a PSE can only be forced to work a 7-day if the PSE has not met the 60-hour work limitation for all employees. Meaning, if you are not about to max out, if you have not been working 11.5 hours a day for the last 5 days, then yes, you will have to work a 7th day. And it's the same goes for a 6th day. So what I tell a lot of people is this: if you don't feel like working 6 and 7 days, make sure you do your overtime for the first 5 days every single day. That way you are maxed out and they cannot bring you in for a 6 or 7 day. Ideally, that's what I even do now as being a career clerk. I will go ahead and just max out because sometimes they want to call overtime for a non-scheduled day off. And for some reason, it's always seemed like it's on my off day, which is a Sunday. Absolutely not okay. I need my off day. I did a lot of that already when I had got mandated to working 7 days for the holiday. And it's no fun, you guys. Absolutely no fun. So therefore, be sure to try to max out before you get to that point, okay? I hope you guys like this video. Comment below. Also, if you made it this far to my video, the secret code word of the day will be COVID sucks. Because your girl got COVID, but I'm getting over it right now. And it does absolutely suck. If you got COVID right now, or if you know someone that's suffering from it, my prayers are with them and I hope they get better. Be sure to smash the subscribe button in order to stay connected with me in future videos. And I'm out. Deuces.